Fighting for the value of Black lives isn't new, and so are Black-owned banks. Still, with unprecedented spotlight and support of Black Lives Matters movement, banking Black is gaining more and more momentum. Black-owned financial institutions have a long-standing history of predominantly African-American communities. Ever since the founding of the Bank of North America in 1781, banking has played a vital part of facilitating the American dream. These institutions offer essentially monetary services, ranging from accepting deposits to providing loans. Credit is king in the United States. Without high-quality financial institutions, most Americans would struggle to acquire housing, vehicles, and other necessary items. Yet, like pretty much all of the country's older institutions, banks have also played a huge role in America's racist past. Racial discrimination in the banking industry and financial systems target African Americans, and challenges to ending discrimination continue today. As a result, Black-owned banks emerged as an alternative to larger institutions to offer greater access to banking services and an opportunity to serve local communities. Without further ado, here are the top 10 Black-owned banks in the United States. Number 10. City First Federal Bank. Originally Broadway Federal Bank, this bank was founded in 1946 and is based in Los Angeles. This financial institution invests an impressive 76% of the money deposited back into its local communities. The majority of those funds go towards affordable housing projects. Like most Black-owned financial institutions, this bank was founded because minority consumers were not getting access to the funding they required. Broadway Federal Bank merged with City First Bank of D.C. in April of 2021. According to the bank's website, this move has positioned City First Federal Bank as the largest Black-led minority depository institution, MDI, in the nation. Number 9. Mechanics and Farmers Bank. Mechanics and Farmers is based in Durham, North Carolina, and has 8 locations across its native state. Established in 1907, it was founded by 9 Black businessmen to serve their community. Furthermore, the bank is a registered member of the FDIC. Mechanics and Farmers' assets total $291,299 million according to its FDIC financial snapshot. It's one of the most significant, oldest Black-owned banks in the country. It's committed to meeting the needs of a wide range of individuals and businesses within our market while providing unparalleled customer service with an above-average return for our shareholders. The bank CEO is James H. Sills. Number 8. First Independence National Bank of Detroit. First Independence Bank has a 50-year history of using financial power to promote racial justice and civil rights. Founded in May of 1970, the Detroit Bank remains one of only 2 financial institutions headquartered in Motor City and the only Black-owned bank headquartered in the entire state of Michigan. The bank's assets total $282,000 million according to its FDIC financial snapshot. Even though it has grown into the number 8 largest African-American controlled commercial bank in the United States, its mission remains to offer excellent, competitive, and anti-discriminatory financial services with an affinity for underserved and minority communities. Number 7. Citizens Trust Bank. In 1921, Citizens Trust Bank was established to serve the African-American citizens of Atlanta. Today, the bank plays an active role in providing sponsorship support for several community organizations. It's a medium-sized bank and handles $655 million in assets, standing firm on the values of improving financial literacy, making homeownership possible, and uplifting the community. Additionally, the financial institution focuses on providing different types of loans, such as businesses and real estate loans. In 1947, Citizens Trust Bank became a member of the Federal Reserve Bank and is also a registered member of the FDIC. Number 6. United Bank of Philadelphia. The United Bank of Philadelphia gets controlled and managed by African-American financial gurus and community leaders who populate its entire board of directors and management team. According to the company's website, a driving force in minority neighborhoods in and around Philadelphia, the financial institution offers a full menu of financial services with a special sensitivity to Blacks, Hispanics, Asians, and women, according to the company's website. It specializes in fostering job growth in underserved communities by providing capital to small businesses that create good jobs in low-income communities. Furthermore, the United Bank of Philadelphia issues credit-building loans to individuals. Number 5. The Harbor Bank of Maryland. Originally opening its doors in September of 1982, the Harbor Bank of Maryland provides banking and other financial services, mainly in the Baltimore metropolitan area. The bank was also the first community bank in the U.S. to have an investment subsidiary and the first to get funding for Fannie Mae via the Community Development Financial Institution (CDFI) program. Also, it's one of the 3 banks that are considered Black-operated instead of Black-owned. The bank has 6 branches across its native state, a registered member of the FDIC. The financial institution has assets totaling $327,919 million, according to its FDIC financial snapshot. The bank provides checking, credit cards, saving, home improvement, time deposits, debit cards, commercial real estate, personal, automobile, and other installment and term loans. The Harbor Bank of Maryland is led by Chairman and CEO Joseph Haskins Jr. Number 4. Industrial Bank. Industrial Bank has assets worth $550 million. It has 6 community banking locations within Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County, Maryland, 2 in New York, New Jersey, and 1 in Harlem, New York, providing a full range of banking services. It was initially established in 1913, but was reorganized by Jesse Mitchell in 1934. One of the bank's primary goals is to offer loans to low and moderate income African American communities to improve their financial status. President and CEO Doyle Mitchell Jr. leads Industrial Bank. Number 3. Liberty Bank and Trust. Liberty Bank and Trust is based in New Orleans and has 17 branches in cities across Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Kansas, and Texas. It was established in 1972 and is a registered member of the FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. According to its FDIC financial snapshot, the bank's assets total $737,417 million. Liberty Bank and Trust is led by President and CEO Alden J. McDonald Jr., and the bank describes itself as passionate about helping more people achieve more freedom. Number 2. Carver Federal Savings Bank. Carver Federal Savings Bank is the nation's second largest Black-owned bank with assets totaling $707 million and $569 million in deposits. Its headquarters is in Harlem, New York. The bank was founded in 1948 and named after the agricultural scientist George Washington Carver. It continues its mission to offer banking products to underserved communities. Carver Federal Savings Bank provides various checking accounts for customers and invests over 80% of its deposits into the neighborhoods it serves, and offers the following financial products and services: checking accounts, wire transfers, landlord-tenant security accounts, lines of credit, individual retirement accounts, IRAs, savings accounts, certificates of deposit accounts, CDs, installment loans, credit cards, mobile apps. Number 1. One United Bank. One United is the largest Black-owned bank in the United States with $634 million in assets and $373 million in deposits, and holds the distinction of being the nation's first Black-owned online bank. Moreover, it's an old and crucial activist organization with a 50-year legacy of promoting financial empowerment as a leader for social and economic change. Its founders created the institution by getting Black-owned banks across the country to pool their resources and work together. A designated community development financial institution, CDFI, that supports low to moderate income communities, One United advocates for the hashtag Money Matters movement. It launched the hashtag Bank Black Challenge in 2016, which encouraged divestment from traditional institutions in favor of Black-owned banks and credit unions. When rapper Killer Mike and other celebrities backed the challenge, it went viral, and other African-American banking professionals got inspired to launch Bank Black USA. Today, One United is still the mightiest force in the hashtag Buy Black and hashtag Bank Black movements, which strive to leverage Black America's collective $1.2 trillion annual buying power for the cause of social justice. The bank has offices in Boston, Miami, and Los Angeles. Collectively, Black-owned banks have about $5 billion in assets. By comparison, the 4 biggest banks in the U.S. each have more than $1.6 trillion in assets. It's crystal clear that Black banks have not benefited from the same level of support from the government and big business that the big banks have, says Stefan Coward, co-founder of Bank Black USA. The organization was formed out of the larger hashtag Bank Black movement to encourage consumers to move their money to Black-owned banks. They have significantly fewer resources to pull from to support the communities they serve and beyond. We've come to the end of our video on the top 10 Black banks owned in the United States. Which Black-owned bank do you think we missed out on? Let us know in the comment section. We hope you enjoyed our video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and share it. And also, subscribe to our channel. Be sure to ring the notification bell to get notified when we upload new and interesting content. Until next time, goodbye.